Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out Tobe's Vertical Adventure. This is a puzzle platformer as far as I know, one that I actually have basically no experience with, but looks very nice. It has quite a lovely graphical style from what I've seen, and it does appear to have a number of different modes to it, so it's giving us menu controls here. That's a bit of a strange menu construction, isn't it? WASD? Or WSAD? Yeah, okay, that's kind of how that works. And then J and K for confirm and cancel. Well, we can rebind those, and I'm using the 360 controller anyway, so I'm not too worried about it, but just sort of a strange thing to notice. So, key config, move list, screen size, and value control, and screen size does not actually seem to allow us to change the resolution, just between full screen and windowed mode, and then we can change the actual size, so that's also a little strange. Anyway, so we've got our move list here. We've got run, long jump, rolling, hang, wall run, double jump, and wall slide, as well as some co-op stuff, climbing, and items. So this actually looks like a good degree of depth to this one, and I think we're just going to get right to it. I don't know much about what to expect here, but I know there are two different campaigns that are entirely separate. You can play as Tobe or Nana, and then you can play co-op with both of them at the same time. I haven't played any of them, so we're going to try the first level of story mode here. And what's it telling us? Alright, capacity. I've got, looks like ropes or chains and balloons, and nothing in my collection, and 3 lives and 3 hearts. Okay, looks good. So, there is our main character, who has a very large head. Hey Tobe, look what I found! What'd you find? Geez, not again. Oh, stupid Tobe. He's always playing video games. Let's smash him in the head, I guess. That's not a very nice way to respond to that. Why don't you stop playing your games for once and head out for a real adventure? Not you, though. You should keep playing. Okay, so they're self-aware of how silly that is. They're like, hey, you, I'm gonna hurt you for playing video games, but you should go play video games. Let's go. Fame and fortune awaits. Interesting framing, how they were sort of, I thought they were sort of gearing this to be for a younger set, yet they sort of did a little bit of like a butt shot there as the girl was walking away from the camera. It may just be sort of age neutral or something, and maybe really isn't a thing to be considered too much. Alright, so let's walk around and get acclimated. There are controls, already kind of got the hang of that. Since we're using a 360 controller, really not a whole lot to mention. Jump. Hang onto the edge and jump again to climb up. Double jump for Nana only. Alright, well that's kind of good to know. But I can grab ledges, so I think I'm going to be fine anyway. Want to not wall slide though, okay. The waterfall effect is reminding me quite a bit of the waterfalls from like Sonic, strangely. I mean, actually the background is as well as some of these blocks with the triangles on them, sort of like a Green Hill Zone thing. I wonder if Sonic was a big influence for these developers' secret base. Long jump while running, press jump. Okay, well I think I got that under control as well. There is actually a little bit of momentum, although when you land, or when you actually take off, the momentum seems to not be conserved very well. And your character can roll into a ball, so now I'm thinking probably pretty likely that there's a bit of a Sonic influence. Alright, we've lit up a lantern. I'm going to assume that's probably some kind of a checkpoint or something. Oh, and I can actually zoom through to the other wall. Oh yeah, and the item power-ups seem to come in little TVs, so very Sonic-like as well. Throw a climbable rope up. Rope allows you to reach places you normally couldn't. Okay. Let's, nope, not like that. Okay, so the rope, or chain in this case, seems to spawn one tile to the side of you, and we've picked up a little birdie, or chicken or something, so that's cool. While running at full speed, hold down. Alright, let's run at full speed and not press down too early. Okay, cool. Hold balloon in the air to float down. Floating down allows you to land safely and reach odd places. Be careful as the balloon will burst after a while. Okay, well I can give that a shot, I guess. Not sure what button that's going to end up being, though, on the controller. Okay, it's B. Got it. So same button, I guess, as the ropes in this case. Let's open up this treasure chest. What's in there? What's going on? Oh, like, he wouldn't open it all the way. That was kind of weird. So, I mean, I'm enjoying the art presentation. The music seems nice enough. Everything seems well done, and the production values seem nice. I'm wondering maybe the controls might have a little issues. Feels a little bit floaty to me, some of the momentum stuff. But I think largely could probably be overlooked. Not probably that big of a thing. How am I supposed to get over there, and why am I having such a difficult time navigating from rope to rope? I mean, this is not Donkey Kong Country. There we go. So how do I break out of this tile area? Oh, I guess I would have to do it from, like, up here. Which now I'm so far up. Oh, can I climb along the ceiling here? Oh, I can. Alright, good. Figured those would be there for a reason, but I wasn't 100% on that. Wait a minute, so... Okay, I'm just noticing, so that actually is all the way across. And if I go through here, I'm just going to come out the other side, so I'm not really sure what I can do about that. I can get more ropes, though. Oh, that's balloon. Okay, I meant to just... Yeah. Oh, it doesn't drop until it hits the ceiling, so I guess I need to do that a little bit more carefully. And I've used up mostly all of my ropes, so I'm still learning. Sorry, guys. This is a game of somewhat item management, and it's coming across surprisingly Spelunky-like at times, which is not what I was expecting at all. Let's go on to the next level, and, oh, there's fall damage. I didn't know that. I guess that kind of makes sense given the thing about the balloons, right? Alright, well, I should be able to just slide along that edge. How sad, he just turned into a skull. Unlock? Oh, there's actually a little quick time event. Let's see if we can hit it. What button do I hit it, though, on? None of the buttons I'm hitting are actually doing anything. Oh, I gotta hit down again. Alright, that's a little unintuitive. Alright, so this is earthquake. Things are breaking apart and falling and remolding. I guess that's how I would get to the next area. And what's gonna happen now? Do I have to climb back up? It's gonna give me an alternate path through the same world. It's kind of a cool concept and way to do things. Pretty convenient, I'll be honest, but, you know, it works. Oh, okay, and that's going to explain how I get to that other rope section. I thought I was just being tricky. Well, I've actually given myself a way to get up to that little bird. Oh no, we've got to climb out in a Metroid-esque sequence of escape. Let's give that a shot. Press down. I don't understand opening chests. You gotta press down like a whole bunch of times, and then sometimes it just opens randomly. You gotta press it like 3 times or something. I didn't really get it. Alright, so we're gonna go back up, and I don't think I want to cross over just yet. 3, 4, 5. Okay, I pressed down 5 times that time, and that time it went. Got a minute left. Okay, we're gonna go through the screen to the other side. And light up a lantern. Climb up here. Should be able to make this jump and grab this chicken. I'm just gonna call them chickens, because why not? I should probably be running a little bit more often, because I could probably do a little bit better traversal. And it looks like we're gonna make it out with time to spare. Provided I can make it up to that. Okay, we can. Congratulations! Alright, well, I got 100 out of 100. Timer probably not amazing, but I did get a bunch of birds, so that's good. Mystic Cavern, World 1, Act 2. Oh, I like this little guy, little sprite man walking around. Just float in on some balloons. Can I stomp dudes? Oh, I can. Kind of feel bad for doing it, though. He seemed pretty peaceful. So I wonder if that's the standard operating procedure when we get through these levels. You know, it starts out as one, like, slow-paced exploration type thing, and then on the way back up you gotta hurry. Hold direction towards the wall while in the air. Okay. And then we'll just keep running up. But that only works when you're running at the wall. And provided you're not holding run, you're not going to do that at all. Wall jump, press K near the wall. Why, I don't get why it can't, like, say the controls on the 360 controller if I'm using it. I guess that's not a thing that every developer accounts for, but I think it's kind of important. If the thing natively supports it, it should probably be able to show what controls you're using. Anyway, seem to be doing okay. We've got plenty of balloons now and a couple of ropes or chains. I mean, they look like chains, but we're calling them ropes? I don't know. Check out move list from the pause or escape menu. Things get harder from here on. Remember, if you're not fast enough, try using a rope or balloon. Alright, I will try and remember that, and I do notice there's a button here, which is going to allow me to get through there, but I kind of want to go up first, so let's... Okay, well, let's see if we can get this jump down. Guess I need to make sure I wall run for long enough before I try to jump backward, or I could actually just climb up the ledge and go that way. No, don't spin in the air. I should probably be using the D-pad instead of the analog stick, which seems to be a little bit spotty. Probably because my 360 controller is pretty worn out, to be honest with you. Oh, come on, this jump is not that hard. It seems to have a little trouble differentiating. Why could I make the run up that one time, but not the other time? That's kind of weird. And now I just want to, like, get out of here, but I can't even do that either. I mean, it told me before to use a rope or something, but that just doesn't seem right either. And the rope's too high. Well, I guess I could do this. Good thing there's no time limit at this point. Alright, I'll get it now. I wonder what happened that made me able to climb up at just that one time and not any of the other times. Alright, so let's jump across. And I'm also wondering, like, what happened to make us need that, like, press down a bunch of times and then have, like, the active reload segment happen for opening chests. Like, I don't quite understand the gameplay mechanic there. I mean, it seems like the game is fairly straightforward as far as, like, a platformer goes. It doesn't seem to be overly complicated in a lot of ways, yet we seem to be adding these sort of superfluous little gameplay conventions onto the top. Alright, so let's unlock that. Hey, great, I got 15 more seconds, so I guess that helps me get back out in time when things start to crash and burn. I do think it's very interesting that there's a co-op mode, and the fact that there's two different campaigns seems to have, I think it would definitely add on to the longevity of the game. Two different traversal mechanics, and having double jump, of course, is always an interesting thing, and can definitely change the way you look at platforming sequences. As far as it is right now, I wouldn't exactly call this like any kind of hardcore platformer. It's probably very difficult as you get further in. Oh, I'm full on ropes. But even still, the controls are a little bit too kind of wishy-washy for my tastes anyway. That's coming from someone who is like very much proficient at Super Meat Boy, so I mean, granted, not everybody's going to have that kind of level of control. Wanted to use a rope there. Oh, geez. Well, sure, why not? I'll just burn all of my chains. I gotta get it into my head that he's gonna throw it in whichever direction I'm in, and then pressing the chain button is only going to chain when I'm standing still. Alright, took a hit there. Oh, the springy thing shot me up, and I should be almost out, actually. That was a little earlier than I expected. And up to the chain. There we go. Stage clear. Saving progress, and 10 chicken things rescued, maximum HP increased by 1. Neat, so there's actually a reason to do that that will directly affect gameplay, so I like that. This poor guy, he's just getting dropped into caves. He doesn't even know what he's doing. Let's make this long jump here, if I could. Nope, can't quite make it that far. I should be able to grab the switch. I do like the fact, though, that the gameplay is sort of split up into two parts like that. That you've got this like faster-paced moment and the more exploratory moment where you can take your time and look around and get more familiarized with things. Apparently he doesn't want to grab onto that ledge for some reason, even though okay, that time he would. Yeah, I thought I was pretty much hitting that jump at like the last possible moment. And then we want to roll. There we go. Alright, we've got falling stalactites now. I gotta watch out for those. And I want to probably bounce off this guy's head and use him as a springboard. I probably could have made it up either way, but just saying. Light the lantern and slide down. Nope, not run, slide. Wait for these guys to pass, or just the one anyway. And, oh, I'm full on balloons as well. You can only hold 2 balloons, huh? I wonder if maybe you'll get more capacity for those items later on, depending on you know, how many animals you save or some other feature. Alright, we're going to open up that gate. Can I bounce off your head and not die? Yes, I can. Open the chest. 10 more gems. Sweet. I do like me some gems. Alright, so there's 3 more gems. Oh, that fell on my head. There's 3 more gems on the other side there, which I almost just passed by. I kind of want to go ahead and get those so I can have maybe a good chance at 100% completion. Wow, that's a weird wall jump. I bet if I got really good at the controls in this, I could probably cheese through some puzzles by doing things you're not really meant to do, but that's sort of like my forte. Sequence breaking in platformers is like my favorite thing of all time, really. Let's use this guy as a springboard, maybe? Nope, can't quite reach it. Would have to use a rope, evidently. Yeah, that's too high. And you gotta make sure you know which tile you're throwing those things at, otherwise it might just get out of control. Oh, that guy hit me again, and I'm down to 1 heart. All of a sudden, things aren't going so well for me. Alright, active reload. Oh, that was terrible. Okay, totally missed on that one. It seemed like it jumped in place, like you can't really predict where it's going to be sometimes. Alright, so that has finished its earthquake sequence. Let's go up. Try not to get hit here. I will actually have to use this guy as a springboard this time. And, oh, I want to climb in this direction because there is a treasure chest here, but how am I going to get to it? I guess I could probably jump off of, like, here, right? Is that... Oh, yep, okay. You gotta be able to think about the world in sort of Kid Icarus terms. And then I'm gonna go back, and now what? Go up here, I guess? There's no... Oh, no, there is. Okay, I thought I'd have to use a rope there, but I guess I could just wall run and then climb up the other side. You know, I'm not usually into, like, tense, you know, fast-paced platforming when it comes to, like, you have a time limit and you gotta hurry up and jump through all the things. I like setting your own goals and trying to shoot for your own time limits and scores and all that, but I actually don't find this to be all that bad. I mean, I always did sort of enjoy those sequences at the end of every Metroid game, and this sort of feels like you're getting one of those every single time, so, you know, there are worse ways to go about it. And we should be at the top. There we go. Alright, very good. So, I can now hold one more rope. So I had a feeling that would be the case, and I guess collecting diamonds in that case was what led me to that. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that most likely each world is going to have a different visual theme to it. That probably isn't that crazy of a thing to guess. And then I'm also kind of curious how that's going to fit into things when we have the other character, or how different are the worlds when we have co-op in play. All of that stuff I'm kind of curious about, so maybe something to do a little bit more exploration and discovery another day. But in general, you know, mixed feelings on this one. I don't think it's phenomenal, but I also don't think it's bad at all. Just might not be my cup of tea to the same degree that a lot of other platformers have been. It's an interesting mix between being a challenging platformer and also being a little bit more of like a more casual experience. And I don't know, maybe you guys disagree with me. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think about that assertion. And again, I know that when I say not necessarily a hardcore platformer, I'm sort of couching that in the fact that I realize I'm still at the very beginning of the game, and I'm sure it will get harder. I'm just talking about the way the controls work and the gameplay core mechanics at play here. So let me know what you think. I should mention, of course, this is a game that is available right now in a bundle. And I don't usually do this kind of thing, but I wanted to mention because it's actually a really good bundle at bundledragon.com. They're doing the Big Bad Bundle, and I am floating in the air right now. I guess I'm standing on top of the lever or something. But it actually comes with a whole pile of games that I've done videos on in the past, and this was one of the few that I hadn't. So I would urge you guys, go check it out. I'm going to put a link for it in the description. Some of the other games that are in this bundle are Hack/Loot Adventures of Shuggy. This one, of course, Cargo Commander and Vessel, as well as one called Hamlet that I'm not that familiar with. So if you're looking for a decent set of games, there's actually a 3-tiered approach for the payment on this one. I'm taking all the damage in the world now. So for just, I think it's a few bucks, you can go ahead and grab this game as well as a few others, and then if you want to pay the total of 8 at a minimum, you can get all of them. And there's a bunch of really good ones. They all come with Steam keys and everything, so I definitely think it's worth a look. Being a somewhat discriminating indie game player, I think mostly every game in the pile, and the only one that I haven't really played at all is Hamlet, but mostly every game in the pile is good quality stuff. Especially I can speak to Vessel and Cargo Commander being, and well, Adventures of Shuggy as well. I liked all of those games quite a bit. And all games that are platformers to some degree, I mean, out of those 3. Hack/Loot, not so much. But anyway, I will leave you with that as we try to make our way out of the dungeon here and inevitably miss a bunch of gems that are off to the right. Feel free to let me know what you think of this game. I am curious of your opinions. Anyone who's played a little bit more of it, feel free to weigh in as well. Interesting that the ground is now coming up to meet us, sort of like a tower climb style. Only, of course, that would be lava in that case. But I am curious to know how you guys think the co-op works. I don't really have anybody to play local co-op with, so I would have to take your word for it, but I am interested nonetheless. And what do you think about the controls? I'm curious to hear your opinions on that as well. Oh wow, I actually didn't think I was going to make that jump. And I might actually make it out of this. No, never mind. I've fallen. Alright, so that is going to do it for another day, guys. As always, make sure you check out the description of this video for the link for the game itself, as well as the link for the bundle I mentioned. and all my social media links as well are going to be in there, including my Twitter, my Facebook, my Twitch page, and of course indie-impressions.com, where you can go to find over 500 other videos that I've done in this series. All kinds of different genres, different classifications, different types of games in general as far as like payment style and platform. So if you have a specific type of thing you want to look for, feel free to head over there and do some sorting. I am confident you will find something, probably something weird as well, but hopefully something enjoyable in any direction. So thank you as always for watching, guys. Make sure you come back again tomorrow. New episodes are every single day, and I'm glad you joined us, so I will catch you then, and I hope you have a lovely night. Later!